Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Evil Within 2. So if things look different, I'll warn you, I've kind of changed a lot of things. I use the NVIDIA GeForce experience to adjust the video settings. Maybe they'll improve the graphics a little bit. I've done some experimentation to change my settings on my recording software OBS, which may have changed both the audio and the video. And I've moved actually my chair and replaced it, which made me adjust the height of my microphone, and so even my microphone may sound a little bit different. So everything could be different here. That you're not dreaming that. Let's hop back into the game. It's been a couple of days since we last played, and here we get a teaser as we're loading in, which I don't recall even seeing these loading sections before. He looks good. I don't know if he looks any better than he looked before, but he looks good. Let's see, this won't open for a while, and we kind of done everything. So we have this opportunity where we could do the side mission to activate the server, or we can just run this direction and see if this is a boss fight that we can handle. I think it's a boss fight we can handle just fine. And he's still just locking people in. I feel like I remember at least in the Evil Within 1, there was also a system like this where they would take a building, and inside the building they would have a hallway for kind of no reason. Like, it didn't really fully make sense. Let's see. And see over there we've got the creepy Japanese woman, which, yeah, I don't know if there's anything super special to say about her other than we kind of want to avoid her. And then we've got this whole setup. I can't climb up any higher. I'm trying to have a rain section. I imply it's gonna rain. But yeah, it certainly does feel like I can just kind of work my way towards the place. So yeah, we can't really climb up, so we either want to go this direction or we want to see if we can squeeze this direction, and I guess we can't, so just down we go to the Sanctuary Hotel. And it does kind of feel like we'll have a boss fight of some sort. Either that or we're just gonna see a big artist rendition. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what happens if that had seen me. If that would have been a instant chase sequence to throw me away, or what. I don't know if that is a big boss fight to take on that character. The thing is, we have, I think, killed that character before. So yeah, I don't really know if I should be super afraid of him. And here we have two of these, which the fact that these are in the game at all does really just make it feel like they even know this game is incomplete, and because of that they're just giving us dispensers of goo, and apparently it's dispensing some other things. I dispensed something, but I can't pick it up. So I don't know what just got dispensed. And it's kind of ridiculous. He's punching it, much like they would animate somebody to punch a... I have no idea what that is. If that's supposed to be a flat piece of flesh or what. He's punching it like they'd have you punch a light switch on a wall or a button on an elevator. Just generally vaguely moving in a direction so that the animation could be used multiple times in multiple places. And yeah, we're 50-50 on whether we get up here and we get into a creepy horror section with far too few enemies. That's not what I meant to do. Or if we just are going to end up seeing some art and appreciating the art and then opening one of the 2 locks in the world. And boy, are they just wasting your time. Like, I'm crawling down here, I'm trying to be careful and at least on casual. There's just no reason for it. I should just be running and gunning. And I don't feel like the first time you played Resident Evil 4, that's the experience you would have. So we may have 2 or 3 people attack us.
So this is his art? It's just a photo.
Is it? Is it a photo, or does it turn into something?
The shit out of you.
Oh, so the idea was he was going to desecrate the art. And that peeved off the artist, or the art. Here we can see there's a monster back there.
Shit. Locked. Gotta find a key or something.
Sure about that? Okay. So I saw something crawling down here. There probably, if you were playing on easy, there probably were a good percentage, I'd say maybe even 30% of players who started on easy on Resident Evil 4 who would have said that it was too actiony, and that, yeah, we've got some moaning.
You again.
So is this one afraid of the light? Or am I supposed to set something up? Like, is there supposed to be a photo in here that implies what I'm supposed to see? Yeah. Like, I don't know what I'm really seeing. I don't know what I'm really missing. It does kind of seem like there's something crawling around here somewhere, and I kind of wish the whole game was like that.
Right. This should get me close to that art. Shit. Maybe I can sneak by it.
So it jumps up, and then it's saved. And where is it? I don't even know where it is. Like, who cares? Like, just run. Like, how useless is that?
Hopefully I'm done with those things for a while.
Like, how completely pointless is that whole sequence where I can just kind of wander around and not even get a 3D audio or figure out anything as far as what's supposed to happen. See, I don't know if that was supposed to be the beginning of a boss fight and this is the real boss fight. They've checkpointed me again through this. Alright, well, let's start by doing the easy thing. Maria Crane. Nothing there. Nothing there, but a unique reaction to that tells me this probably is a boss like experience. One assumes.
Okay, Hoffman. Hope you're right about destroying these things.
Can I reach him from this point? I'm about to die, so we'll use a stim pack.
Here we go.
In a funny way, though, him hurting somebody in one of those time dilation sections is not too different from what the artist has been doing.
This work was actually therapeutic, but I'm not done yet. One more.
So, yeah. And this door is still locked. And this door is still locked. And this door is still locked. That was kind of nothing. And even if it was more difficult on a higher difficulty setting, the only thing I could imagine is there would have been some just random generic people in this area also. On top of the standard two enemies we saw there. Let's just have her. You do have a weird point now where you also really wouldn't want to run around this area unless I'm just supposed to take out that big monster creature. Is it seeing me or is it just jumping over the bus for no reason? I think it's just pre-programmed to jump over the bus for no reason. And honestly, I think you would be perfectly safe to just stand up and walk. Just get over here and do this. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. Interesting. I am on the wrong side of the map. That's weird. Alright, so what do we want to do? Well, oddly, I cannot take cover against this wall. I don't think I can stealth behind this character. If I take it on, let's see, what kind of bolts do we have? Let's see. Explosive bolts. I think for my own just entertainment purposes, I think what we have to do here is shoot this and hope that like, is she going to be able to be killed, or is this all for naught? I mean, we're seeing a decent amount of bleeding here, a decent amount of gore. Yeah. Okay. Cool, I suppose. Not really a lot to say around any of that. That, yeah, we took on the big bad and we took him out. Now we would need to craft some more explosive harpoons or find some more explosive harpoons. Can't break glass. Feels like a lot of places should have been more programmed to be able to find cover, to allow for broken glass. Open fire hydrant water conducts electricity. That's weird. That's really weird because there's nothing here that I would need to try to electrify. And as we're looking at this map, it really is just a odd building barrier experiment that is then the things behind the buildings are just a standard break in the reality section. So we've got these rats, which I think the rats really are just designed to waste your bullets. And we've got a guy crawling around with a body or girl. This does feel like more of a boss fight area, but then again, even when we did have one of these boss fight areas before, they really were just kind of a large group of enemies, and not really even a large group of enemies. It would be nice if we could burn these piles of bodies, because we kind of can tell when there's going to be a large group like that it will spawn something. Interesting, you can search one of those but not the other. Am I going towards the thing? Nope. in these military vehicles. It's a little weird that they even are allowed to exist in Union.
So much for stealth.
So he hits him with a bottle. And here we've got a girl with a storage room key. Interesting. We'll even see. It'll be interesting to see if we even do this.
Wonder where it could be.
I'm trapped. Gotta get out of here. All I wanted was to find the APC and get the hell out of here. Help! Can anybody hear me? Oh god. I'm gonna die in STEM. It'll be like I never existed at all. Sorry, Lawson. Looks like I won't be back to pick you up with the APC after all.
So what's interesting there is they probably should have some kind of ghost-like apparitions appear in the shadows when you're in one of these memories, just to spook you out a little bit more, even if they can't do anything. That I think that would be cool. A cool twist to the experience. Map-wise, that didn't help us in any way. Going up here. If anything, it indicated that there is something back around, like over this area. But yeah, can't even kick it. So it leaks. So there might be something more. How many of these bolts do we have left? Out of bullets. Alright, this is not gonna work well. See, and I imagine the case here is that you actually do a significant more larger amount of damage the fewer bullets you have, just to balance this whole system up together. Because yeah, I don't know how I could have really taken that out with just a shotgun. And I obviously wouldn't have been able to deal with that fight at all if I had no bullets. See, yeah, it seems to indicate that over there is something that, yeah, right here is something I'm supposed to be able to climb. But there's like two fences there, clearly trying to block your way. So maybe I'm just confusing the creepy sound effect as an indication that there was maybe a storage thing around in this area. Is this one dead for real? I'm gonna have to be a little careful about trying to... Let's see, how far are we from the thing we need to investigate? Yeah. There's an axe here. Some more gunpowder here. There was nothing in the cars. So there wasn't a person that the zombies were even trying to attack. It was just the zombies were attacking the cars because they'd been scripted to do so. And it would be nice if there was a field bench, workbench around here. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. And it would be kind of silly if we ended up in an area that needed a whole bunch of bullets. How far can I go? They seem to have specifically like programmed invisible walls to just block you from going any further in some certain directions. Nothing's really stopping me from using a med kit right now, so we might as well do it just to get up to full health. Might as well reload. And apparently we need to go inside the building. Would this burn rats? I mean, yeah, it would. Was it worth a shotgun shell to burn a rat? No. Is it worth it to run back to this area and use the workbenches? Might be. Devil's Open Tap Room. Devil's Own Tap Room, if I can read it right. So in we go. Is there... We kind of know there's side story sections that might be worth looking at, like this juke diner, or going over here and looking around. Like, we definitely did find other sections in the map, in the first map area, that opened up this story a little bit more. And it's kind of rather shocking that there isn't a reason for any of that. Interesting. Can't even turn on the jukebox. But the game has done a really bad job as far as pushing us towards the idea of wanting to do anything new or different or extra. So the tap room's been booming, business been good, lots of new faces in Union these days. They're arriving by the trainload, then they're thirsty. It keeps up like this. I'll finally be able to afford some beer taps. Pete complains about the crowds, but I say the more the merrier. He's always been cantankerous, but lately he's been acting extra weird. He sits there in the usual spot, gives new customers the stink eye and mumbling to himself. I cut him off, but he's always been my best customer. And see, we are at file 22 of 40. We've got to be pretty close to the end of the game. And all these bottles, and they didn't even bother to put in a bottle shooting minigame element. Fruit soda. Yeah, it's not good bar business to not have something on tap. And that's expensive compared to selling beer out of a bottle. Alright. Well, we've got this gun with 3 shots and 1 extra. We've got this gun with 3 shots and 1 extra. And we've got this gun with no shots. So I think a little bit of field crafting is probably due. Let's make one of these. And we're kind of nicely suited still as far as explosive bolts. And we've got so much of this, it would be 150. Let's just make 10 bullets right now as far as gunpowder goes, and that should be, I think, enough. It really is silly that on casual you'd be able to do this and be so low on stats and still be fine.
Let's finish this.
See, this time he knows he's gonna get pulled in. Might as well check. It really does seem like it is just gonna be the same thing twice.
Don't cry. You're becoming art. You shall be part of my obscura.
Now the obscura does seem to me to be probably unkillable. And it seems like every time we walk by this we get another photo.
Less malleable than clay.
I can't even see what it's trying to show me though.
Is the perfect medium.
The real question is how many of these murders really happened or just happened in the mind of this guy.
Doesn't need a tongue.
Alright, well, cutting out a tongue alone wouldn't silence somebody. Apparently we're going to get another jump scare on the way back. So I guess we're trying to get the backstory here, or we're being forced to see the backstory. I don't know if that I means much of anything. This Obscura does not really feel like Safehead. Particularly in the fact that in the first game, the Safehead character literally in one section proves that he can kill himself and respawn in different locations, and he will use that to his own advantage. Some creepy shadows going on for sure. What just happened? Like what it... We've got a section that's all blocked off through glass. And we've got another stealth section by the looks of it. Or by the looks of it, they want it to be a stealth section. I'm not sure if it really needs to be a stealth section. There. Like, unless these guys were programmed in a way to call over the Obscura, like or unless these guys were infinitely spawning, but if they were infinitely spawning, then yeah, and I'm missing this so often that shooting them in the head's not even worth it. Yeah, if they were infinitely spawning, then that kind of kills the green goo system fairly well. Let's just run over here and Switch guns, zoom in, wait for his head to come up. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, unless this is trying to... Unless this is trying to do... something to make us run out of bullets for a boss fight later. I feel like we've probably just run into a section where the... See, stay still enough so that your average point of your head is in between my crosshairs. They move around way too much. And they feel like they are intentionally programmed to move around when there is a reticle on them, which is not particularly realistic. Just go ahead and stand up. Was there anything else? Not by the looks of it. So it seems like we did the hard one and then we did the easy one. Unless there's going to be a big twist here. And if there is going to be a big twist here, we can see we are really, really low on bullets. Just turn on the light. Might as well just run. So was it worth it to use the bullets to kill the big monster before? That's a question to ask, I suppose. Who is this? Lisa Crane. I feel like the other character was named Crane too. Interesting, just a hanging. Now, I don't know if these sound effects mean anything. Let me ask this question. Can I just jump over? No. Well, I might be in the wrong section then. I think you're gonna have to be fairly careful here. I guess these are instant kills. I'm guessing. Definitely not thrilling though. And interesting, they didn't show that scene the first time. Or at least I blinked, I guess, if I didn't see it.
That's both of them. Should have done the trick. Better head back to the theater and see if I can get in.
So then the only real question would be, did this now make it more dangerous to run around the city like the section in the first area in the game? I kind of want to just check this out and go this way though. I have like no bullets and no justification for doing any of this, but see, yeah, we see things. I guess the real question would be, how deep do I want to get into any of this? Like, I really am just in the worst position ever to want to try and look around. Interesting, it dropped her hand out of it. So I wonder if I kind of think that those are programmed in such a way that they know what they're dropping. And see, there's another train section, and like any number of pouches could be around in these areas. We have kind of no idea. As far as like, we should probably go find that unknown resonance though. Might as well. Yeah. Pretty much we're getting creepy sound effects and more of this. So it seems like there's a monster in the train yard, and it seems like there's a resonance in this area. And it seems, if I was to guess, like the resonances probably don't matter too much. Here we go, it's a nice place to pick up a syringe. But we're at like full health, and I kept hitting the wrong button, causing the syringe to happen. Interesting. Seems like somebody was tortured. So this seems to be one of those disassociative breaks that seem to happen for some of the people in Union. Let's see, is there anything over anywhere? I'm seeing climb prompts and climb prompts. And a waffle maker. And let's see, let's come over here. So the jukebox turned on. And so I guess we walk towards the jukebox. Alright, are we supposed to be shooting this? Doesn't seem like it can be hurt. And that turned into a tunnel. And the tunnel now will kick this. And that turned into a hospital section. And this really does feel like this is the only time we're even going to be in a different section. So, we don't know what this really is.
What's it doing this time? What does that thing want from me?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the thing we're seeing is the same thing that the other people are seeing. I'm not sure what it's supposed to represent. Is it the nanny? Is it the wife? Is it something that we were just scared of? Here you have a representation of the stem system, or at least the beacon stem system, which does kind of give more credence to the idea that this might be a hallucination happening in the mind of the main character. I can't turn around with the camera angle. Interesting. It locked in on that mirror. Which one of these? Feels like there's two of these now, when there was only one before.
That's me from back then.
Alright, so what am I supposed to do now? I see kind of no indication. Interesting, it's actually bright outside and still it feels very dark. We just have to kind of walk everywhere, I think.
Something was up with that mirror. Something I should be looking for?
Okay. What do we see in the mirror? We see a reflective light telling us to go to the door that would be on this side, I guess. I'm hoping this is right. Are we in another stealth sequence, or is everything just...
Oh, shit.
I need to look in the mirror. And she seems to be blocking the path to the mirror. And I see it, to me, looks like it's the one over here. And I hope this is right. Did I do it right or did I do it wrong? I think I probably did it wrong. I think I just need to go to this door and then this door a second time. One assumes that her creepiness is not going to be right in front of you. It does seem like I went through the right room, but it didn't work, so I don't know. We'll try this one. If we have to run through a couple of them, that's gonna suck. So the room must be showing in the mirror a twisted version of a rotated or reflected, in some way changed version of the where you're supposed to go. And it does seem like you have to actually look and see where you're going. Alright, behind us there would be the doorway, and the doorway would say that door, right? I mean, that seems right. That's what the answer has been before. When we walk through this, it then changes. It didn't change. And behind us now, we turn around, it's saying go through that door. It's almost as if the puzzle is getting more difficult, not easier. So you can't brute force it. I'm probably just thinking this. My spatial orientation is probably just wrong. So behind us now it would be that door, right? I probably need to be reflecting things in my mind, and instead I'm rotating things in my mind. Yeah, see, so I've been messing up. I've been messing up for several attempts. And I think what we want to keep an eye on this time in the reflection is more of an idea of what's around. That's going to be hard. So it looks like this is the right one. I'm hoping it's the right one. Is this thing gonna go in circles or what? Please be the right one. Please be the right one, and please be done with the game, with this whole section. Thank goodness. Now I'm just seeing a bunch of flashes.
Something's wrong. Why is that thing chasing me again?
We get another photo slide because of it. I wouldn't be surprised if actually the long-haired, creepy Japanese creature, who clearly is only there because they wanted a long-haired Japanese creepy character, I wouldn't be surprised though if she's supposed to represent the daughter in some way. We have kind of failed to find any new weapons in quite a long time. Let's see. Do we think that maybe there's something over in this house? Not by the looks of it. Do you think maybe at some point we'll connect that city, part of the city, with this part of the city? Probably not. And I am really just bending over backwards to try and find gameplay in this. It really is. It is only because of me. These take way too many bullets. Although 200 gel's not bad. It feels like what they were trying to do here, and this is a really dumb thought, but I wouldn't put it past the creators, is that they wanted this to be a horror optional experience, and thus they've put all the spooky stuff, or a significant amount of this story and the spooky stuff, as side choices. Alright. They have like two different heads, which you'd think would make them more vulnerable, but it seems like you can shoot one side of them and not kill them, and then you have to shoot the other side of them. Clearly it's kind of obvious that the goal here at one time was to have a, was that just a zombie? I'm gonna have to switch over to a shotgun. Don't have any guns on bullets on that either. I have no bullets in that either. Alright, we haven't done this. Let's try our harpoon bolt. Will this actually hit it? Or am I too far away? I should be able to hit it. So let's see. Come on. So, yeah, it seems like the tracking ability of these guys are not very good either. That's pretty pathetic. So at least on easy mode, if you have enough bullets ready, all you really need to do is find one of those screamer characters and just get them antagonized enough so that they will scream and bring all the other zombies towards you. So then you can just have a nice, easy experience of having them all run towards you and killing them. And it's really, really hard to not feel like, for the most part, we have done everything in this area, and we really stretched to even do everything in this area. We'll go and do the side mission and open up that which I hope gives us a weapon, and then we'll go and do a boss fight. And after the boss fight, I think that will probably be the end of the game, or the end of this chapter. Probably not the end of the game. But yeah, we just got slide 5, and what else? It's still marked as new. Sniper rifle ammo pouch is nice, and a couple more things being marked off. We even had that new tutorial with the fire hydrant come out of nowhere. We're 11 hours and 24 minutes into the game. And yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time at the beginning of an episode doing kind of slow, boring stuff. So let's run through all of this and do all the upgrades, and then that'll be the end of this episode. Coffee break. It would have been rather nice if he would drink the coffee and somebody would talk to him, or it would recap what has happened in the story or anything like that. That for some reason closed and didn't have anything in it. Okay. Yeah, and I kind of don't want to look at the photo, but I think we kind of have to. Otherwise it would just be silly not to. Alright. So, full armament of bullets. We had about 280 before. I could have probably upgraded the capacity of some of my other stuff. Also, we'll make 2 of these, and I think we want 3 of those always. Smoke bombs we don't care about. Shock bolts we'll make 1, and do we really want to? Yeah, we kind of don't need that. So that did take out a significant amount of gunpowder. And yeah, I probably could have, at that point, upgraded the ammo capacity. But let's see, what else do we want to do? We have enough to increase our handgun firepower. Our only other options would be to, say, try to increase our sniper rifle firepower, or try and increase the amount of damage from the explosive bolt. We have like 1 high quality upgrade. I don't think it's worth it. I think you do this. Yeah, I think you just want your handgun fully upgraded. And let's see. I don't think anything else really needs to be upgraded other than the shotgun. So yeah, let's remove the barrier so that we can start to get the shotgun to be a little bit stronger. And At some point we might get the sniper rifle upgraded. And we can double check in here and just make sure that nothing new has happened. If the graphics haven't really improved with the NVIDIA experience, I think it's probably only improved it a little bit. There was a point in the first game where this nurse lady would stand behind a desk, and then eventually you could walk behind the desk and see that there was a whole nother section of the main area. And they've kind of shortened that down in this experience, which is fine. I don't know if we have...
Welcome back, Detective.
Oh man, I messed up again, didn't I? I keep forgetting. It would be so smart if it just always started in the chair. Because look, I've got bullets here I can't pick up. I've got a first aid kit that I'll never use. I've got some more bullets. I've got a stim pack that I'll never pick up. Meanwhile, we got one harpoon bolt and some gunpowder. 40 gunpowder is kind of a large amount. Yeah. I can definitely feel why they felt the need to reduce the number of lockers. There was a lot more in the first game. It would be very hard to even make them be appreciated, considering how little there is.
This place is dangerous and getting worse.
As far as the enemies, like there's no need for anywhere as many bullets as the first game. Alright, so we are a quarter of the way, even going out of our way and killing big boss characters, towards being able to get synaptic focus. Feels like we very well may only get that at the end of the main game and in some kind of new game plus, which that would really suck. Recovery itself feels like it has completely stopped working. If I am recovering anything, it really seems to just not be there. And then health, I mean, we could just go down that path, but it's really not necessary.
Back again, Detective. You seem able to navigate this broken world.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
Nothing is easy in this place. But a broken mind in a broken world. Maybe there's a reason that you're here.
That's a grim way of looking at it.
I'm merely pointing out something that would be apparent if you were able to step outside yourself. But perhaps stepping outside yourself isn't what you need. Maybe you need to go further inside yourself.
It seems like she's just straight up telling you that you're crazy and all of this is just happening in your head. And you've just made up this hallucination of a stim and a Mobius. It does certainly, by the sounds of it, come off like the rantings of a paranoid, schizophrenic person. That there's a conspiracy, that your daughter who's dead isn't really dead, that you're the most important character in the story. Just some very obvious things. I'm a little surprised I didn't find another one of these. There's clearly enough space here for at least one more collectible. And we have to look at the slide and use that as a way of getting green gel. And we'll have that conversation. Interesting.
Go on.
The cat's in the way. Alright. So let's talk to Kidman. It's just a picture of me drunk.
It's me, Kidman.
Good to know you're still there, Sebastian.
After Beacon, I tried to make some sense of what happened to me. But everyone said I was delusional. Or hiding the truth. I started to believe that maybe they were right. That maybe I was crazy. I felt so frustrated. Useless. Drinking was the only thing that killed the pain. So much time wasted. I could have tried harder. Shit.
Don't beat yourself up, Sebastian. When Mobius doesn't want to be found.
Don't make excuses for me, Kidman. I fucked up.
Look, Sebastian, this isn't the time to dwell on the past. This is the time to make up for it. Self-pity is what led you to drink in the first place. You have a chance to get back what you lost. Don't lose sight of that.
Harsh, but true. You're right, Kidman. Thanks.
So there's kind of a surprising choice there that they're not taking. They didn't want to get rated higher by the ESRB and other rating organizations. Otherwise, they would have clearly had this guy drinking alcohol as at least an option to regain his health. But because they didn't want to get rated higher, that's totally not an option. And instead you have... Oh, by the way, I guess I could have loaded all the guns, and then I may have actually been able to pick up some of those bullets in the other area. That is something to keep in mind, I suppose. But yeah, a calling back to him being an alcoholic would have been probably smart. In this load section, it does seem like it is loading up something a little bit more, as if the textures are a little bit high res or more high res. But yeah, I'm only really seeing a small improvement in this case, not anything major. And let's see. Run this way. And we won't really need to talk to her, I don't think. Not yet. So the only reason why we are here is because we wanted to go turn the server on. And by turning the server on, then we would be able to get whatever gun is in that safety cache. And then that might let us maybe have a new gun to get maybe more bullets. It probably wouldn't hurt the balance in a bad way if we found more things, more variety of bullets, instead of running into kind of the same bullets over and over again. And let's see, where are we now? We had 10 save spots. So what we'll do is overwrite those. Yep. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this recording. Hopefully everything went alright with the graphics and the audio, and I'll check this video before I make another one, just in case I have to do the unthinkable and load back into a previous save file. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.